at 4 o'clock.
You guys are growing up, huh? Oh, boss. The best. How are you? Yeah, very, very.
They send it to the guys. Yeah.
But you'd also be. We just spend a little.
Life energy brightened all our lives.
Thank you.
Yeah, hi everyone. I knew Pete when he first started the job.
Mike.
Huh?
Yeah, you got it now.
When Pete first started the job, I was there, and I knew right away about Pete. How he was assigned to Tony Laccareri, right? And he showed so much respect to everybody, and he always showed good. He always showed really care about everybody. You see him out there in his place, his area outside the shop, where he always looked around, and he always looked around. And he always knew when something was wrong, and he'll go and like somebody and say, are you all right? That's how he would go. Are you okay today and all that? And I've seen it throughout the years. Then later on, I'm out 20 years, and I'm sure seeing everybody here that he continued. And he would call me once or twice a year. But we have to dedicate an area in Maspeth for Pete.
Yep.
And I think we owe it to his family. And I think we should make a sign outside his shop on the pillar there and put like
Pete's Place.
Big Pete's Place. Big Pete's Place.
Big Pete.
So we have to get that going because that wasn't. But there was nobody that left a footprint more than Pete in that area all these years. So it's his place. It's his area, his place, and it should be named. We should do something like that for him. I mean, the guy, we normally give a sign, this and that when he retires, but the guy never got to retire. So at least later on, right, a big sign. And at least when later on his name will be up there all the years, even for new workers to come and say, oh, what was that sign? So the old guys can always talk about him and keep his memory alive.
No fighter, writer, politician. I have nothing planned to say. One word, appetite. Peter's appetite was like mine. I remember one night after a club, we went to Taco Bell. We ordered 60 tacos. 60. We ate them in 5 seconds. I remember going to White Castle. 40 White Castles, 20 each. Remember, we ordered 2 pies. We had 1 pie each. His appetite for life was tremendous. I remember playing basketball with him. The poundings I used to give him over and over. We used to play till the sun went down. We got all the basketball crew. I mean, we all have stories. I could go on and on and on.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Eileen. I worked in DOT with Pete for over 35 years, as with many of you here. On behalf of Michael Pipitone, who retired a few years ago, he was the director of the meter maintenance and meter collections operations. He sent this to us because he lives in Florida. He would have given anything to have been here and with all of you. I'm reading this for Mike. It is with great sorrow we honor the passing of Pete Weretelnyk today. I first had the pleasure of meeting Pete back in the early 80s when he first started working at DOT. From day one, Pete was the easiest person to get along with and admired by all. Pete was a big fella with an equally big heart. He began his career working for the meter maintenance unit, where he was assigned to the stock room. In the short period of time that Pete was placed in charge of the unit's inventory, as he was viewed as one of the unit's most knowledgeable and trusted employees. If it were not for Pete's abilities to organize and ensure that the right equipment and parts were always on hand, the meter unit would not have been the successful organization it has become. In many ways, he was one of the key players that led to the unit's success throughout the years. Most notably, Pete wore 2 supervisory hats. He maintained the unit's multi-million-dollar inventory while also supervising the unit's interior heavy-duty meter shop, which supported all of the strenuous field operations. Pete made everyone feel welcome to the unit. His shop was one of the main gathering areas for many of the frontline employees, and there was none better than Pete to maintain good morale by making sure everyone was welcomed and treated fairly. Due to the integrity or the security nature of the parking meter business, I myself chose not to get close with many coworkers throughout my career. However, I must confess that it was easier said than done with Pete. The more you got to know Pete, the more you got to realize that he was someone very special. I'm thankful and grateful to say that Pete became one of my best friends on the job for many, many years.
I want something better.